There's nothing like being betrayed by somebody that you love and trust to throw you into quite a headspin. The thoughts about the affair and about the past can easily become obsessive, and they're so often intrusive, working their way into your consciousness at the worst times. Let's be honest, at all times. And there's reasons why betrayal affects us this way, why it's harder to rationalize what happened than maybe with some other types of pain or loss. So what I'm going to share with you are 3 things that are specific to infidelity that really become those toxic mind worms that stay with us for months and years later, making it so very hard to move forward. The first is that feeling of being replaced and of being discarded. You feel completely worthless, like you were total garbage to them, like you didn't even deserve the respect of an honest conversation. And then somebody else was put into your place, and who is usually seen with these rose-colored glasses, like they are so perfect. So those 2 situations collide, and they leave you wondering, what does that person have that I don't? And so it's so easy to endlessly question yourself, to doubt yourself, to feel less than, worthless, and to see this other person as somehow better. And that's one of the harder pieces of infidelity, is trying to rebuild that confidence again, that sense of self, and that belief in yourself. I know I've said it before, but I don't think I can say it often enough. Never, ever, ever allow a person of questionable character to determine your worth. It's like letting a known embezzler set the price of gold. What they say does not matter. What you believe does. Believe in yourself. Another way that being cheated on contributes to those intrusive and obsessive thoughts is because we feel foolish, embarrassed, often ashamed that we didn't know. I know before this happened to me, I was quick to judge. I didn't understand how people could be cheated on and not be aware. Little did I know it was happening within my own home, and I was the fool. And that's a hard one. You think of yourself as a smart person, as a wise person, and you believe, before this ever happened, you believed that you would know. And so when you don't know, you feel like so stupid and like such an idiot. And then you're ashamed that this happened, and you have this sense that you need to hide this from others because you don't want them to know how stupid, how foolish you are. And so you ruminate on all of those past moments that now that you know, you can tell that what you believed and what was real didn't quite align. And now that truth in retrospect is starting to bleed through. And you chastise yourself for all those past moments that you should have known, but you didn't know. First, let me just say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this happened, and I'm sorry that you are still wrestling with these feelings. And yeah, maybe we are foolish, but I think we're foolish for a good reason. You know, it's one of those, I finally decided I would rather have erred because I trusted somebody that I loved too much than erred because I didn't trust somebody who was deserving. And I also further came to find some compassion for myself with this, and realizing that part of the reason that I was fooled was because I couldn't fathom doing this to him. And so in a weird way, the fact that I was ignorant of it is actually a positive reflection on me, because my mind didn't immediately go to the thought that he might be cheating, because my mind never went there. So be gentle with yourself. You did the best you could in that moment with what you knew. And now you know better. And now you can do better. The last little toxic worm that finds its way into our heads after betrayal comes straight from the cheater's mouth. Because you see, in order to distract from what they've done, they like to blame us. Either claiming that we were doing things, or perhaps even more often, claiming that we were horrible, terrible people that somehow brought this on ourselves. And it's strange when they say these words, because on the one hand, your brain immediately knows that that's not right. And the rational side of you knows that it's just projection, deflection, distraction. It's not real. But yet there's that other part of your brain, that one that, is normally protected, by that awake, rational piece. But that part whose vulnerable underbelly comes out right before you fall asleep. And it starts to whisper to you, what if they're right? What if you are horrible? What if you did deserve this? And that's one of the harder pieces, because it came from somebody that you used to listen to, that you used to believe. And because you were rejected and replaced, it's hard not to take that personally, and so you think, of course, it had to do with you. But it didn't. People might leave a relationship because of you, or because of the particular dynamics that you have together. But people cheat not because of you, but because of them. That's something missing in them. That's something that they are looking for. That has nothing at all to do with you. One of the most powerful things I think to do when faced with these words is to ask yourself, what did they have to gain by saying those things? And very easily you'll realize, oh, they're saying that to make me the bad guy so that they can continue to see themselves as a good guy. And it doesn't make it hurt any less, but it does help to silence that voice. And like I said, these three types of obsessive thoughts can take a while to work through. But you can work through them. You can silence them. And if you're really struggling to control these thoughts and you feel like they are consuming you, or like you're never going to be able to silence them, please seek help. Therapy can help you with this. It can help you quiet those voices so that you can hear yourself again.